I've been talking a lot about feeling stuck in life and trying to figure out what to do next. And I've decided it's time to reinvent myself. And I'm going to go through with you today the signs that I had that made me realize it's time to reinvent myself. The first sign I had was I was generally unhappy. I wasn't smiling or laughing a lot throughout my day. And in fact, I was miserable sometimes. And I didn't really have anything in my life that was bringing me joy or happiness. And I've been generally unhappy for some time. And this was one of the first things that made me realize I probably needed to make some changes. The next thing I experienced that made me realize I needed to reinvent myself was stagnation. I've been incredibly stagnated for years. Every single day is the same. I wake up, go to work, come home, maybe go to a ballet class. If not, spend the rest of my night at home, go to sleep, and repeat the process. Every day is very similar. There's not anything really new or exciting happening in my life. And quite honestly, I'm a bit bored. There's nothing exciting happening or nothing to look forward to. I'm also not personally growing. I'm not learning new things or being amazed at my capabilities. I'm just kind of going day to day and not really taking any time to do any self-improvement or to have any more experiences that add value to my life. And along those same lines, I've been feeling a lot like I want more out of life. This day to day isn't very satisfying for me, and I just have this general feeling inside me that I want more out of my life. I want to do more things. I want to be more excited about what's happening in life. And this realization kind of also made me realize that in order to be excited about something, I have to start doing new things. I need to do more things to get to that level where I am getting what I want out of life. And one thing that I really felt, and it wasn't a realization, but something I felt for quite some time, is that my life currently does not feel in alignment with what I want. And in other words, where I am now doesn't resonate with my soul. Inside, I'm not entirely sure what my vision is for my future. But what I do know is when I reflect on my life and what's going on, I generally do not feel like this is what my life is supposed to be. Just when I'm sitting here looking around, I just don't feel like this is it for me. I feel like there's more for me to do, and I'm not currently living the life that I know I can live. And to further explain on this concept, it's really a feeling inside. It almost feels like something is wrong or something is not right. It's not necessarily a bad feeling or even an emotional type of feeling. It's just almost a gut feeling that what I am experiencing right now is not really what I should be experiencing. Something else that I feel that is similar to not feeling like I'm aligned with my life is feeling like I don't belong. I have felt like I don't belong for a very long time. I always feel like an outsider when I'm in groups. And I feel like a lot of people that I talk to in my day-to-day life, I have problems connecting with. I don't feel like we either share the same values or have the same goals, or just that we want the same things out of life. And I have struggled my entire life to find people or communities that I align with. I just haven't really found my tribe. And kind of what I realized is I'm going to continue to be surrounded by the same people that I can't really connect with until I reinvent myself and find new people to connect with that maybe I, resonate with more. Another thing I noticed that made me realize I need to reinvent myself is that I'm starting to resonate with things that are not currently in my life. I might watch a YouTube video about a certain topic or read an article about another topic and be really interested in that stuff. I start to see or learn about things that I didn't really even know existed, and I start to feel like I should learn more about them and that maybe this is something I could pursue in my life. The fact that I see these things and I think these things would be better than what I have now is kind of a realization to me that maybe I'm not in the right place. If I was completely satisfied with my current life, I wouldn't really be looking externally for new ideas or new things to do or new things to pursue. I'd be content, and I'd just be content growing what I currently have. But instead, I'm looking to the outside and seeing new things to do and new things that excite me. And that also made me realize that maybe what I need to do to reinvent myself is to go pursue these things and do things that I didn't really think of before. And the fact that these things excite me is also another sign that I kind of need to shift my perspective, because right now there's not a lot in my life that excites me, and if this other stuff excites me, then I should go towards that. And the biggest thing that made me realize I need to level up is having these moments of I can't do this anymore, combined with moments of saying I'm ready to take action. I've been saying I don't want to do this anymore for a very long time, and that's with tears and crying sessions and, long phone calls with friends and family. But what happens after those events is I just go back to living my life the same way I've always been living it, and I don't make any changes. So I'm constantly in this cycle of just surviving and then having a low point where I say I can't do this anymore, then surviving and having another low point. And it wasn't until recently that I realized I have to do something. I can't just sit here and wait for things to change. So I finally said to myself, I'm going to take action. And that's why you've started seeing a lot of YouTube videos lately about me being stuck and me trying to get unstuck. And it's because I've decided to actually do something about it. And just doing something about being stuck and wanting to get out is a start to a reinvention of myself. If you're questioning whether or not you should reinvent yourself, my answer will always be yes. But if you're still wondering if it's time for you to do it, I hope these points gave you some insight on what made me finally decide to reinvent myself, and follow along for more of my level up in reinvention journey.